Yes, I'm going to let her tell us what she has for us. She's bringing her value to us, and it's going to be really fantastic. So once again, it's Lizzie Chiamaka, and she is an executive member of the South American Chamber of Commerce with respect to business tours and immigration to Brazil. I'm going to let her have the floor and tell us the packages she has for us and give us more insight into what Brazil has for us as Nigerian citizens. So Chiamaka, you may go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Scott. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, so you're all welcome to this morning presentation. It's actually good to be here. So we're going to be talking about the beautiful city, the beautiful country called Brazil. Okay, to most people, they actually call Brazil is like a continent on its own because it's a diverse country that has almost all the countries living there, doing well, going around their businesses very well. So you can virtually see all the countries. You can see the Japanese colony there, the India colony there. You can see the Nigerian community there, having their own Nigeria everything, Yoruba system operational there. So it's a country that is so diverse, okay? When you talk about diversity, you talk about Brazil, they are highly, highly diverse. And then beyond being so diverse, Brazil also have one of the most beautiful weather. So if you're coming from a place, Nigeria, you won't feel out of place because it's not so cold. Yes, they have periods that it is actually cold, but not like, maybe a few states can be extremely cold, but on the average, the Brazilian weather is actually fantastic, okay? Then when you also talk about economy, Brazil is actually among the 10 top most thriving economy in the world. It's actually the number eight most strongest economy in the world. And you talk about their currency, they actually fall within the top 20 strongest currencies in the world, okay? So Brazil is a strong country on its own. Talk about population, they are the fifth most populous country in the world. You talk about the landmass, Brazil is just like, you bring Nigeria 10 times, that is Brazil when it comes to landmass. So there are places in Nigeria you can add in Brazil, you can actually fly for 8 hours. I'm not talking about drive, I'm talking about flying. You can fly for 8 hours in Brazil. So that tells you how big the country is. So that's why I say that to some people, Brazil is just like almost like a continent because it has every single thing you need. Okay, it's an amazing country. For people that are into agriculture, you basically enjoy Brazil a lot because throughout the year, you see rain, okay? You see rain every single, almost like every 2 days, every 3 days, there has to be rainfall. So the country is fantastic when it comes to the weather, the climate, the people there are amazing. They are highly welcoming. Then when you talk about economy, production-wise, they're among the top when it comes to manufacturing production. Brazil typically produces every single thing they use. Talk about food, clothing, fashion, they are there. Talk about producing their cars. They produce all the cars they use. They don't import any car into Brazil. They produce their cars, they produce their planes and produce to also sell to other nations. So it's a strong country that is kind of self-sufficient, okay? There are several opportunities in Brazil because it's actually a very strong, thriving country. So it's one country that everybody should actually try to explore when it comes, especially if you're a business person and looking for good business opportunity, apart from China that you can really get, production costs at a very low rate. Brazil is also another country that services the Europe, America, when it comes to producing shoes, fashion things, everything fashion. Their production rate is also very low. almost like China, but a little bit higher, because at least they pay higher wages than China. So Brazil is one country that is fantastic. I know that one of the challenges that most people have when it comes to Brazil is like, okay, they don't speak English, they speak Portuguese. Okay, but then it's actually something you can actually integrate with time. So for me, Brazil is a fantastic country. If you're looking for that country that is not so racist, there's not so much racism in Brazil. And there's also opportunities for business, opportunities. If you want to work, maybe if you want to go for Brazil to work, oh, there are some job opportunity. But the thing with Brazil is that because it's a country that has strong manpower, they have a lot of manpower. So that's why you don't see them advertising, migrating to Brazil, because they actually have enough manpower. Brazil, they have over 200 million population. So they have enough manpower, skilled manpower actually. So that's why you don't get to hear, okay, migrating to Brazil, because they have manpower. But then if you have some skills, if you can speak English, then you also have an advantage, because there are several people that want to learn how to speak English in Brazil, that you can actually be a tutor, work in schools, work with private people, private individuals that want to learn how to speak English. There are several opportunities also in that aspect. So that is it for Brazil, for anyone that wants to explore the opportunities in Brazil. So there are several business opportunity. So for us, I work with the South America Chamber of Commerce. I've been in Brazil a few times, and I totally love the country. Seriously, when it comes to everything, they are there. If you're the kind of person that likes to enjoy life, you want to enjoy life, Brazil is a place to be, because the level of enjoyment there is on another level. So if you like to just party, beaches, Brazil have like one of the most amazing beaches in the world. When you talk about beaches, Brazil has enough beach in the world. So you can actually explore a lot in Brazil. There's several to explore. Okay, if you're the kind of person that like hot weather, you can go to Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro's weather is not as cold as maybe Sao Paulo or Brasilia. So there are several places, no matter who you are, the kind of person you are, you want a place that is hot, you can think about Brazil. You want a place that is cold. There are areas in Brazil, there are states in Brazil that are actually very also cold. So it accommodates every kind of person. Like I said, it's like a continent on its own. Because in some places in Brazil, the time difference is like 4 hours time difference. Some places it's 2 hours time difference, just like staying in the same country, and then you're having different time zones. So accommodate any kind of person you are. So we have amazing opportunity for people that want to explore Brazil. If you want to explore Brazil on business level, then we have fantastic opportunity for you. If you want to explore Brazil because you want to relocate to another country, that is easier for you to relocate, because you're thinking about relocating to maybe USA, locating the process and a lot of time. Okay, but because Brazil visa is like that. But depending on the organization you are affiliated to, the people you're working to, getting your Brazil visa can actually be quite easy and fast. You can actually get your visa within, even in less than 1 month. If all your documentations are okay, you can actually decide that, okay, I want to move to Brazil by December, and it can actually be very possible moving to Brazil by December, or even by January if you want. So relocating to Brazil is actually an easy process, very easy. And also you don't have to break your head, break the bank to be able to relocate to Brazil. So we have different visa opportunities if you want to move to Brazil. For people, we have actually 3 different options at the moment for people that want to relocate to Brazil. First, we have the business tour. people that want to relocate and people that want to explore. It's two things. Either you want to relocate or you want to explore Brazil. Some people just want to go there, look at business opportunities, partnership opportunities, acquire some knowledge, some skills, upgrade yourself. So that could be your vision. And then your vision can also be I want to move to Brazil. So we have three different offers that allows you to achieve either of these. So if you want to explore Brazil as a business person, we have a business talk coming up in January for people that are into business and you want to look at the partnership opportunities in Brazil, the business opportunities in Brazil, the things that you can actually do in Brazil. If you're into fashion and you're looking for, okay, I want a place I can be buying quality products, like most of these Nike, Balenciaga, what's it called? All these designers, they have their companies in Brazil. Most of them are being produced also in Brazil. So if you want a place where you can get your business, you can get some of these things that you sell, maybe you're into fashion, then you can think about Brazil. Then if you're also into real estate and you're looking for real estate opportunity, training, exposure, when it comes to real estate, then you can look at Brazil too, because when it comes to building, in Brazil, what I think most of the houses here are skyscrapers. Like say, 80% of the houses are skyscrapers, if not almost like something percent, because you hardly see maybe like 4-story building, 6-story. It's almost like say 10 and above, So and they have high, their building quality is top notch, and it's just an amazing. They have fantastic buildings there. So if you're a real estate, you want to explore that aspect of business, then you can think about Brazil, because it's actually one of the places you can actually get cheaper labors. They are not that expensive that if you're going to countries like Europe, America, they are very high. So you can look at Brazil real estate and explore those opportunities there. And if you maybe you're looking for partnership opportunity, you have real estate properties in Nigeria, maybe you want to build a real estate, an estate in Nigeria, and you're looking for quality building, people that will give you top-notch building, then you can actually look for partnership in Brazil that could help you come to Nigeria, give you the kind of world-class building that you want. Okay, and then if you're into agriculture, we know that agriculture, Brazil is among the top 5 in agriculture globally. So if you're looking for agricultural opportunity to, learn the new technology when it comes to agriculture, get trained in agriculture, explore agricultural opportunity, look for agricultural partnership. I think that was in 2019. We brought in some Brazilians to Nigeria, and the idea was to start a cocoa production, a chocolate production company in Nigeria, because in Nigeria we have beautiful coffee. We produce cocoa, amazing cocoa. One of our cocoas are among the best globally. Okay, but we don't process it. We only sell raw cocoa. We export raw cocoa, and then we import chocolate. So one of the things that I wanted to do, that was before COVID struck, was to bring Brazilians to start producing cocoa in Nigeria. So there are these opportunities. You can actually partner with Brazilians. If you want to produce wine, you can have Brazilians come here, because they're also good in producing wine. Their tequilas and everything are among the best. They are, what's it called? This their wine, I can't remember. It's one of the best globally. So you can actually get Brazilians that can come and give you the kind of production you want when it comes to agriculture. We have farmers in Brazil, because Brazil has massive land mass. Their land mass, like I said, is like 10 times Nigeria. Their land mass are massive. So we have farmers in Nigeria that are in Brazil that are doing exceptionally well. They will teach you how to farm. Okay, not the farming we're doing here, the proper farming. You will see one of the farmers that we worked with has a cow ranch. And on the average, he crosses over 1,000 cows every single day. Crosses over 1,000 cows every single day. Okay, so these are the kind of things you get to see in Brazil. You see their poultry is on another level. Insulated poultry house with good ventilations. You see poultries that are as big as, like, you see chicken that the weight is massive, and it's not chemical, because they are also very health conscious. So it's not like they're using chemicals to grow them. Most of them are naturally fed, but they are fed very well. Okay, you see the pigs in Brazil. It's like 10 times of the pig. The size of the pig is like 10 times of the pig that we have here. So if you're in agriculture, Brazil is another place to go to just get ideas on how to take your farm to the next level, ideas on how to do agriculture and do it well. We know globally, Brazil is the #1 when it comes to exporting beef meat. Globally, they are #1 when it comes to beef. Okay, I remember when I came back, I was telling my friend, like, the meat in Brazil is so different. Their beef is so sweet and nice. You cook it within 25 minutes, it's done. It's not like the one in Nigeria you cook for like 1 hour. And you're telling me it's about how they rear their pig there, not like Nigerian pig that, used to walk around the whole world, and at the end of the day, they become very tough and hardened. So for agriculture, there's a lot of opportunity in agriculture. And if you're a business person, you actually want to say, okay, beyond just going to Brazil, I want to have a company there. There's a system for you to register a company there and be able to access loan there easily, because once you have a company in Brazil, they can actually give you loan. You don't need to apply for it. They will come to you and tell you they want to give you loan, okay, as a business person. So you can actually register your company in Brazil. There are several ways you can go about it to register a company in Brazil, partner with Brazil. It would be fantastic to say, okay, I have a business in Brazil. My business is in Nigeria and it's also in Brazil. So you can have such a thing, such arrangement works out for you. If you're a business person, you're looking for collaborations, you're looking for partnership, then there are opportunities in Brazil. And then another way to also explore the opportunity in Brazil is that maybe you want to relocate out of Nigeria. So we have this visa we call the domestic visa for people that want to work as domestic workers. Okay, and it's only for women, actually, it's only for women between the ages of 18 to 45. So if you're between the ages of 18 to 45, you can actually access Brazil domestic visa. It's a 2-year visa that allows you the opportunity to go to Brazil and work in Brazil, okay? Normally, the visa that we get in Brazil, the standard visa you get in Brazil, if you're going for tour, for business, for anything, is a 3-month visa, okay? So the only visa they give that, extends 3 months is this domestic visa for people that are going to Brazil to work. You get the domestic visa, okay? So you can actually go there, work, and then by the time you finish your 2 years, you could get a resident permit, and then furthermore, you can now apply for your citizenship in Brazil. Then the third opportunity is available is for people that want to give birth in Brazil. Most of the countries like USA, UK, they have closed citizenship by birth. Most of them, before now, people go to UK, Dublin, all those places to give birth and get citizenship. But now, those opportunities are no longer there. So Brazil is still one of the countries that you can actually get citizenship of your children by birth. So you can actually travel there, give birth, and get citizenship. And beyond your child getting citizenship, you, the parents, get resident permits. And from you getting your resident permit, you can actually apply for your citizenship after 4 years and become a citizen of Brazil. So these are just fantastic way of locating to Brazil, or also exploring the opportunity. I also know that having Brazilian passport gives you the opportunity to travel visa-free to over, I think it's over 150 countries you can travel visa-free. All the countries in America, as long as you have Brazilian passport, it is visa-free. America, Canada, almost like 90% of the countries in Europe is visa-free. So with Brazilian passports, you can travel almost to all the countries visa-free. I think the countries are not visa-free. If you have a Brazilian passport, they are not up to say 30, 50, thereabouts. But the most interesting countries you want to travel to, Europe, America, most Asian countries too, they are visa free for Brazilians. So having Brazilian passport is one of the strongest passport. Brazil passport is actually one of the strongest passport in the world that gives you access to travel to over 150 countries visa free. Okay, so that's why most people are doing now. And Brazil is also the fastest route to travel to America. For people that want to, jackpot to America, looking for the fastest route, Brazil is actually the fastest route to move to America. So these are the visa opportunities that we have available. So if you want to explore any of them, then you can talk to Mr. Scott and talk to us and know the aspects you're interested in. If you want to go for the business tour, or you want to explore the domestic visa, or you have people that want to do the childbirth visa, or you want to do the childbirth visa, you can talk to us and we'll direct you how to go about it. But the very simple. Like I said, we work with the embassy itself. We work directly with them. They know us, and most of the visas, most of the application we send, 99% of the times are approved, as long as they come from the Chamber of Commerce and the documentations are okay. They are always approved. So that is it for the opportunities in Brazil. So it's not
Okay.
Brazil is a country that I will explore most. Just explore. You will not be taught.
Yes, okay, that's fantastic. It's Lizzie Chemaka, that's fantastic. When you were talking, there were questions that were in my mind, and I'm thinking that some of us may also have those questions. I was thinking, I know there are other routes to Brazil, but I'll just ask you one or two questions since you've spoken for quite some time. I don't want to burden you with too many questions.
I think your network is a bit.
Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I said there were questions in my mind when you were speaking. And one of the questions is, on account of your relationship with the Chamber of Commerce in Brazil, is it possible for you to pre-arrange relationships between Nigerian business people and Brazilian business people before the Nigerians arrive Brazil?
Yes, of course, sure. That's basically what we do. For people that are going for our business tours, if we know the aspects you're interested in, we'll liaise with the people in the industry. So before you get there, you already have people there that will meet you and discuss businesses. We take you on a tour to different places, that different meetings with stakeholders. They are already pre-arranged arrangements like that for business tours. Everything is done. Everything is always coordinated from the chambers. You take you on tours to different locations. Like if you're interested in agriculture, we have different farmers, stakeholders, people are in production, manufacturing. Probably you're interested in manufacturing and and processing. Then we have people that are into that aspect. And most of them actually, like some of the people that is in Chamber of Commerce are already, some of them are big time farmers, like billionaire farmers that are doing well. So some of them, we have them that will take you to their factories, their production, to give you those kind of experience and talk.
Okay, that's fantastic. So some people like to walk, right? And you've mentioned one category that is so attractive, the domestic worker category, which gives you a 2-year visa, and after which you can apply for residency, which seems like a very soft method for getting integrated into Brazil. You go as a worker, get a job, work for 2 years, apply for residency. Now you can stay on, and then later you can apply for citizenship, So that is fine. But I'd like to know if there are other work opportunities for Nigerians, apart from this domestic work that you mentioned for females.
I should talk about what again?
I said, I'd like to know if there are other work opportunities, apart from the domestic work opportunities for women between the ages of 18 and I think 40, that will give them a work visa that allows them to go there, work for 2 years, a 2-year work visa, and after the 2 years, they can apply for permanent residency. I'm saying, are there other
Okay.
work opportunities available for Nigerians?
Yes, the thing is this, for us now, what we the visa we're doing is for domestic visa, okay? And not like you must work as a domestic staff. You can, if you have, what's it called, you're graduates, and you want to explore other work opportunity. The other one of our clients that went there is a lawyer, and he works as a lawyer there, okay, with the government. Though what,
So in other
where
words,
he got,
did he go with the domestic visa route?
no, he just went with normal visa there, actually. Not the, he's a guy. He went with normal visa.
Okay.
That was when we
Okay.
were actually issuing, before COVID, you could actually go on tours. He went as on tour, normal tour, okay? And then when he got there, he now declared himself as a refugee, and the government gave him work. Because if a refugee, if he said that, I think he gave a excuse that Boko Haram want to kill him and his family. So they gave him a refugee status there and gave him a job. So there are those ones. But the thing is for people that are also going as on business tours, people that are going on business tours can actually also use it as a medium to, if you're a guy, because the domestic visa is just for women only. So, but for guys that want to go, they are going through the business tour route. But you know that the business tour now have higher requirements. Your account has to be proper. Your account statement has to be okay. You must have somewhere you're working, or you have a business that you're running. So these are the criteria for business tour. Unlike the domestic tour that you don't have to be a graduate. You don't even require your account statement because you're going to work. So it's assume maybe probably don't have a job in Nigeria. So they don't require account statement for that. They basically require only your passport, police report, that's police character report, and a recommendation letter from someone around you. So, but if you now want to go through the route of business tour, that means you have to have your account statement okay. You have to be working somewhere. If you're not working somewhere, you have to have your own registered business that has been registered with CAC and you're running it. Okay, so these are the ways to go. So with that, you can now go. But then if you go as a business tour, that means you either declare yourself as a refugee or you look for how to get a resident permit. And most time, how people get resident permit, there is basically they go look for a Brazilian to marry and you get a resident permit through that. So, but with your business tour, you might not be able to work except you go and get a refugee and they can now absorb you there.
Okay, so you've done very well. There's only one question we're going to take, but there's only one question that's out there, and then we will schedule. Is it possible for you to be on board again, maybe on Monday, and take some questions that we've not been able to ask?
Okay, is it from the questions? Are they from the same people, or
no,
more people?
I want to take one question that one person has put forward, but I'm saying that there are other things we need to unravel, and we're having these meetings every now and again. So I'm saying, will you be available on Monday so that we can take some, let it be a question and answer session, maybe it'll last 30 minutes, Monday evening. Is that going to be okay?
All right, no problem.
Okay, I appreciate that. So this question, I'll just take this question and then we will close for now. Someone asked, how much does it cost for the domestic visa to Brazil? How much is the package?
Yeah, it's 2.250 million.
Okay, 2.250 million. Okay, that's fantastic. So we have spent 36 minutes here. I don't want to keep this so long. So what I'm going to say is that we appreciate your presence here today. And when you're able to, probably by Monday, as you've said, we'll engage with you again. We'll engage with you again, and we'll unravel this better. For members of my community, there'll be opportunities for us to not only patronize this, but to also, sell this to the members of the public, because some of these things are really, really hot, and Nigerians are in need of these things today. So that is
Yeah.
going to be it for now. I want to thank you again, Miss Lizzie Chiamaka, and
Thank
I hope
you.
we see you again on Monday. Please, the next time we're having such a meeting, invite people. You can see how fantastic it is, so that we can have a bigger house and more people can benefit from this.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for inviting me. And thanks to everyone.
Okay, you're
Hello?
wonderful.
Hello? Hello?